Today I'm very excited to try something a little bit different. Then I talk about the laws of boxing, how it's been used against me, and how I turned the tide to study what these boxes mean, because they have a wide variety of meanings. As many of you have completed step 7, you're in the middle of boxing things out of your world. Boxing and bracketing is what I mean, not boxing fighting, but brackets for cornering. I was cognizant of it when I was studying Federal Rule Civil Procedure 44.1 on he court, not jury, where they said the court, not jury, which is an adverb verb. But the funny thing was, in the word the T was bracketed in bracket. The T was in a bracket. So I studied under the Federal Styles Manuals and found the laws of four cornering, that anything that's bracketed or in a box isn't on the page. And I started explaining this to this judge, and something really funny happened. The judge looks down at me and he sticks brackets around his mouth with his hands, making four corners so that his hands were up against his face, literally pressed up against his face, and he had a box on there, and he was talking to me through a box. He goes, "Is that better?" At that point, I didn't know a whole lot. The judge came off the bench, and he sat next to me, and that was a different thing. But, these were the first signs, or the first closures that I had, that I was onto something about this bracketing and this boxing. I thought about it as I sat in jail that night, because I thought it was pretty fascinating how they knew about the brackets at a county level and how they used the brackets against me. As I sat in administrative hold that night, at the time I didn't even know I was running timelines, right? I was just totally a newbie in the world of studying procedures, and I'd studied some in 1995, but not in 1996. I really got wrapped up into the grammar, into the procedures on everything, and pretty exciting times as far as my learning curve. I just wanted to bring that story to you guys' cognition, because there's brackets and there's fences going up everywhere. A bracket is a symbol for a fence. There's two sides of that. There's always another side of the fence, the other side of the bracket, which is what I want to talk a little bit about today. There's two sides. There's an in and there's an out. There's a blockage of communication. And that's why judges are in judges' boxes, and clerks are in clerks' boxes, and juries are in jury boxes. I want you to really think about what a box does, and a bracket does, and a fence does. What does it do? It blocks something. So as people put fences up and boxes up around our lives, and you guys complete your step 7, be cognizant that you're putting a box up around your life, right? You're on the other side of the fence. You see fences being put up everywhere in our lives for division, to create divisions culturally through the race wars and the sex wars and all these division fences that they're putting up with. Heck, take a look at the former United States, the borderless border. They put up a fence for supposedly fence everyone out. This is a standard procedure of division. So fences have two sides. Once they're put up and they're complete, yes, they do block people out, but they also keep people in. So I just want to bring some cognition to the citizens of the world that, hey, there's two sides of these fences. A fence does not create cultural harmony, because cultural harmony begins from the inside of the sovereign, from each being on the planet.